three elements, like first element being the geopolitics getting inside in the way of the development. Second being proper people being in the government level in terms of education and how well they know what should be done. And another might be um, the societal perception being on how politics is looked at. From my perspective, those are the three that is kind of problematic for Nepal's development. Do you think these three aspects needs a change? If so, in what ways?
Okay, let me little change the order. Let me begin with education. Whether it is a public education system or private education system, our education high school until high school, we generally have a fairly good education system because a candidate, a student who has completed 12th grade makes way to admission in any of the good universities in the world generally. Of course, we have problems, the percentage of failure, the evaluation system, the teachers not being available in the remote villages, and worst of all, when the school education, responsibility of school education was given to the municipalities, very few of them are realizing that importance of it is their responsibility to invest within the municipality and impart a quality education. But system is there, the constitution is there. But generally, I see there is a scope. If there are lacunae, we have got a scope of changing it, and the overall the curriculum, the pedagogy generally is okay. We may have to train, and even in the university education, we created absolutely wrong narrative that our higher education is not up to the expectation. That is not the case. That is not the case. We need to increase the reach, but the doctors we produce are fantastic world over. I have repeated it maybe a dozen times. The Nepali doctors are, the success rate of the Nepali doctors in USMLE is the highest. And US government actually investigated into this mysterious success rate of the Nepali doctors, but no flaws were found. They are genuinely hardworking. Little tweaking is fine. I mean, they need to prepare according to their pattern. If they go to UK, they need to do, and there is so much of a demand of nurses all over the world, that is produced by our education system. Engineers, yes. So, but we continuously said our education system has failed. Yes, there will always be room for improvement, but general, our courses are not inferior. Our teachers, yes, it is difficult to find a good teacher in the kind of salary we pay, but whatever we are teaching good. So it has happened despite the fact that we don't have comprehensive higher education policy. So in higher education, where we failed, we focused in terms of, we focused on skills. We focused on degrees, but when I say skills, I'm talking about the hard skills in engineers, hard skills in doctors. We failed in the soft skills. What is soft skills is not only about your interpersonal relationship. It is your level of empathy, your ability to love your culture, your ability to love your country. If this country is not attractive, when you are educated, there has to be a sort of feeling, or sort of catalysm that, okay, I am not now educated, so this is my responsibility to improve the country. If my salary is poor, it is me who should contribute to uplift the overall the system that becomes capable of paying higher salary to my next generation. So that kind of ability we did not inculcate. Even in designing the courses, we never thought that we can have 2, 3, 4 courses in higher education, that the international students can come and learn our pure knowledge system. Be that knowledge system can be our indigenous knowledge, our cottage industries, our technical artisan classes like the metallurgy, leatherwork, woodwork, our traditional music, our religious studies. We are a fantastic place for comparative religious studies. Our universities should be able to delivering that courses. So, of course, we try to copycat in the large portion of our curricula from the Western universities and not integrating our own components into it. There is still a scope, so that we started to create some of the registers. I see a student goes to study abroad and he starts to manufacture false documents saying there is a great amount of insecurity. If I go back, I may be killed. So he wants to convert into asylum if he or she does not get employment. That sense of, dismissing the country, denigrating the country is painful. Because if you look at the Gaza, if you look at Ukraine, if you look at any other country, if you look at the everyday deportation threat of any other nationals from America, the younger generation must realize that your country is the best place to be in. I don't see that sort of passionate patriotism coming into younger generation. It is not only about having a car, having a excuse me, a good house, clean road. If our roads are dirty, it is our responsibility to clean them. Create a cohort of those cleaners. Create a society that loves this place. So, by any standards, this is a beautiful country, not only to say. From every aspect. Even if we are able to develop the course on Nepal's flora and fauna, it would be great, but we have not done that. The climatic variations of it. So, I think we not only became gradually dependent on economy, but also in the knowledge system. Our traditional knowledge system, how rich was it? Was it experimented? Only thing we probably needed to give a little bit of scientific evidence to what we are practicing. So every country is teaching that of their culture. If you go to China, one of the major component of the medical students is the Chinese traditional medicine. They must study. Last week I was in Thailand. Every medical college now have got the section Thai traditional medicine. That's knowledge. But we are not appreciating it in many aspects. That is on the education side. When I say the comprehensive education policy, it must have been linked to our future development plans. If your higher education system is expected to produce 30,000 doctors, you should have a vision that, okay, out of 30,000, 15,000 will migrate in other countries, but 15,000 will work. So let's produce 30,000 doctors in 10 years' time.
Can I differ a bit here?
Let me complete this sentence. Same applies to engineers. If you're thinking about linking road, providing drinking water, everything, our higher education system should know, should have the projection, okay, this is the manpower we want to produce and we want to employ. And when we are allowing to open colleges, universities, without those sort of calculations,